Now that's big.
Euro Millions from the National Lottery. Amazing starts here.
Estimated jackpot rules and procedures apply. Players must be 16 or over.
Otto Sergey now checks for better energy deals so you don't have to. Meaning we can all sit back and relax. Can't we, Sergey? Sergey?
Hey? What?
Tell the people that we can sit back and relax.
Oh, we can sit back and relax.
Oh, don't waste energy worrying about energy. Automate it with Otto Sergey. Compare the market. Keep life simple.
Customer preferences determine alerts based on tariff type, payment type, supplier rating, and minimum annual saving of £50.
It's going to be mild today, but with the worst of winter yet to reach London, you don't want to come home to a broken boiler. We're with you. So that's why with British Gas Home Care, we've got your boiler covered 365 days a year. We have thousands of engineers on hand to help get your boiler up and running again, and all from just 46p a day. Buy selected home care products online by the 28th of October and get 1 month free. Search British Gas Home Care. Conditions apply. Prices vary by postcode.
Welcome aboard Europe's 169th safest airline.
You were like my 169th biggest crush in school.
Your total body age is 169.
The number 169 never screamed glamour until now. Get the Toyota Aygo X-Play for only £169 deposit, then £169 a month with 0% APR representative. Just go. Aygo.
0% APR representative on new sales of Aygo X-Play over 48 months. £169 per month. Customer deposit of £169 when proposed and approved via Access Toyota by 31st of October 2019. £3,487.50p optional final payment. Subject to status to over 18s. Indemnities may be required. Conditions apply. Toyota Financial Services.
Get social with TuneIn. Follow TuneIn on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest and greatest audio happenings across the app. Explore exclusive content.
It's called Indie.
Learn about the hottest new podcasts.
The Nostalgia Mixtape, a new podcast hosted by yours truly, Savannah Shroudy.
And get alerted when the big game's about to begin.
This Sunday is Championship Sunday, when we'll find out which two teams are going to play for the Lombardi Trophy.
Add TuneIn to your feed and be in the know when it matters most.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Ling from the Halftime Report, and we love to hear from you. So send us your questions at cnbc.com/halftime, and we'll get to them at the end of the show.
Go to cnbc.com/halftime. Or get us on Twitter with the hashtag AskHalftime.
Welcome back. Move over. Apple and Amazon. Google unveiling its next generation of gadgets at its big event today in New York. Our John Ford is there with a first on CNBC interview. John?
Yeah, thanks for being with us, Charlotte. You are over the Nest part of the business. We talked about Pixel 4 here, which is a phone that's trying to gain market share in the U.S., way behind Apple and Samsung, but trying to gain some share. Smart home is a big part of what you're working on. I was just talking to Rick Osterloh, SVP Devices and Services, about the trade war. He said Google's in the process of trying to diversify the supply chain. A lot still in China. Trade wars just kind of hit you. How disruptive is that when you're trying to launch products like you are today?
You know, we're constantly looking at our supply chain. This is not anything new. We always evaluate for every new product. And one of the things we're looking at is from a sustainability standpoint as well. So we made a bunch of announcements around sustainability of our supply chain. And it's one of the things we're putting into our products as well. So today we announced the Nest devices actually are all the devices we're launching this year using 100% recycled plastics, and even our fabric is 100% recycled plastic bottles. So I think there's multiple opportunities in the supply chain to see how we can actually get better value out of it.
Talk to me about the maturity of this business. Nest has been around for a while. It's an acquisition. You sort of built it in. Throughout financial documents, Google always talks about how margin-wise, hardware is a bit dilutive, but you've been building AI in. So do you have a path to seeing where the margins start to rise more on for every Nest device you sell, the services bring in more profitability?
Yeah, you know, I think there's multiple opportunities inside the home, right? So obviously there's hardware we're selling today, and our goal with our hardware is actually connect the hardware together in more meaningful ways to give better services. So for example, Nest Aware, which is one of our awareness services, which allows you to get intelligent alerts and camera history. Today we announced an update pricing there, which is actually a whole home pricing. So you pay one monthly rate no matter how many Nest cams you have in your home. And those are the types of services we want to simplify and really start getting traction on, because it unlocks new value for consumers in addition to the great hardware we're already building.
What's the most important thing that you're learning data-wise that you think is going to differentiate you from the likes of an Amazon or an Apple as this AI battle continues?
You know, I think one of the challenges we've had as the industry is that we've been very focused on one-off devices inside the home, but that's not how consumers think. Consumers think about your entire home experience. And so one of the things that we are spending time on is how do we integrate these devices together? How do we unlock the value of all these different devices you have in your home and make them more usable by making them work together? And so when we think about the helpful home, which is our terminology instead of smart home, help is what really people are asking for, not just smart gadgets. And so as we think about the helpful home, how do we connect them in meaningful ways? That's the real goal.
Finally, acquisitions. Do you have the authority from Ruth Porat to go out and buy more stuff to enhance what you're doing in the home? Are you shopping even in this high valuation environment?
You know, I think we with Nest and bringing Nest into the home portfolio last year, we have a tremendous set of assets. We're in 8 different product categories, number 1 and number 2 in these categories. My view is, again, the innovation we have to unlock is how do these devices work together, and we can work with a third-party set of ecosystem. So I think we have a lot of opportunity already with our product portfolio we have right now, and it's all about working with all the great partners that are already out there today. We're not going to be building every product inside your home. We need to make them work really well with a Google Home. So that's how we think about it.
Rishi Chandra, VP Nest at Google. Thank you. Guys, back to you.
Let's get to Sue Herrera now, who has the headlines for us. Hi, Sue.
I do indeed, Scott. Thanks so much. Here's what's happening at this hour. Hunter Biden rejecting assertions by President Trump that he did anything wrong in engaging in foreign work in Ukraine and China. He also says he failed to take into account the potential implications for his father's political career.
You know what? I'm a human. And you know what? Did I make a mistake? Well, maybe in the grand scheme of things, yeah. But did I make a mistake based upon some unethical lapse? Absolutely not.
Starting today, a ban goes into effect in Oregon, prohibiting the sale of all flavored vaping products. The state estimates about 4,000 retailers will be impacted by that decision. And LeBron James is facing mounting criticism for saying Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey was either misinformed or not really educated regarding the potential consequences of his actions. Morey tweeted in support of Hong Kong's pro-democracy protests. In Hong Kong, protesters burned and stomped on James' jersey during a rally. You are up to date. That's the news update this hour. Scott, back to you.
Okay, Sue, thank you. NVIDIA shares surging 15% in 3 months. Bank of America says it's going even higher. We're going to debate it next in our call of the day. First, though, let's give you a check of the S&P sectors on this big day for earnings led by financials. Pretty good today from J.P. Morgan and others. Halftime reports back right after this.
You must ask yourself.
The world's longest wedding dress was longer than the Grand National Racecourse. Think that's big? Tonight, the Euro Millions jackpot is a colossal £22 million. 22 million! Now that's big.
Euro Millions from the National Lottery. Amazing starts here.
Estimated jackpot rules and procedures apply. Players must be 16 or over.
We could play epic music, or we could speak in an overdramatic tone, or even set off fireworks. But that's just not smarty. Instead, we let our offer do the talking. Right now, you can grab 25% off our unlimited data SIM. That's just $18.75 a month with no speed restrictions, no credit check, and no long contract to tie you in. Now that's smarty. Just search Smarty Mobile and switch today. It's easy. Offer available for a limited time only. See smarty.co.uk for terms.
Searching for a more memorable short break? Fly from London Heathrow to Cork from $55.99 each way as part of a return trip with Aer Lingus. Step off the plane and into a warm welcome in Cork. Surround yourself with breathtaking coastal views. Soak up the culture of Cork City or head to the colourful town of Kinsale and indulge in the best seafood around. Smart enjoys a short break in Ireland. Smart flies, Aer Lingus. Book now at airlingus.com. Offer subject to conditions and availability.
Things that get my goat, right? People pushing into queues, having no phone signal, noisy eaters, new shoes that give you blisters, people who grunt when they sit down.
There are some things that you can't change, but by filling in your census questionnaire, you can help to improve things like transport, education, healthcare, and housing. The Census 2021 rehearsal is happening now. Look out for your pack in the post. Everyone counts.
Bad hair days, being too hot, being too cold.
It's going to be mild today, but with the worst of winter yet to reach London, You don't want to come home to a broken boiler. We're with you. So that's why with British Gas Home Care, we've got your boiler covered 365 days a year. We have thousands of engineers on hand to help get your boiler up and running again, and all from just 46p a day. Buy selected home care products online by the 28th of October and get 1 month free. Search British Gas Home Care. Conditions apply. Prices vary by postcode.
Couldn't. Here's a swing and a drive deep to right field. Looking up. Goodbye, baseball.
Between game-winning shots and walk-off homers, follow TuneIn on social media to discover the latest and greatest in live sports.
With the 24th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft.
From live reminders that the biggest MLB games are on the air, to recommendations of the best new sports talk shows and podcasts.
He's going to be fine. He's going to be good right away in 3 years.
Follow at TuneIn on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get the most out of TuneIn.
Chip stocks sitting a new all-time high today, and NVIDIA is leading the pack. Bank of America raised its price target on the stock today to $250 from $225. That is a high on Wall Street. The firm says NVIDIA's earnings could double. Its earnings share could double in 3 years, maintaining a stock as its top pick. Our call of the day. Top large cap pick. Prime position, they say, to leverage its portfolio of hardware, software, and developer ecosystem. Farmer Jim.
Thanks, Scotty.
NVIDIA.
You know what? I think this is a great call, not only on the specifics of NVIDIA, but on the chip sector and how the chip sector is emblematic of the market overall. In this way, there's something for everyone. This is clearly a growth stock. I'm going to have a hard time buying it at 28. That's me. But you know what? Just like in the market overall, this chip sector shows other things that I can buy if I'm a growth at a reasonable price. Steph and I like an NXPI. If I'm a value investor, I can like Intel. But I'll also say this specifically about NVIDIA. At 28 times forward, that's actually a discount to the high 30s that it's been in for most of the last year. It's at the same price it was at 2 years ago. And I agree with the growth drivers about gaming. We're going to see enterprise hardware pick up, but this is all dependent on trade tensions continuing to ease. So the bottom line is, great call, emblematic of the markets overall.
Joe.
Sales growth is down significantly over the last 8 quarters. That's the concern for me. It's contracted nearly 30%. Why is that? What are they doing wrong? First it was gaming, then we were moving on to other components of the business model that weren't looking successful. I think in the near term, the stock takes a run at $200. That's pretty obvious.
Really?
Pretty obvious.
It's there right now.
Takes a run at $200. Let me finish my thought. If it gets about $200,
you sure you need to?
If it gets above $200, okay, you're going back into the range where you broke down last year in November in that bad earnings report. So you're going to find some resistance in that area. Okay. You're then going to follow that up with another earnings report on November 17th.
So if it goes up $1.75 from here, watch
listen
out.
Listen to me. You're going into uncharted waters. You haven't traded here since a year ago when you had the earnings miss. Technicians will look at that. If you're able to sail through that, you like that, Jimmy? If you're able to sail through that and you're heading into earnings.
Jimmy was on a sub. They don't sail.
We're going
to steam through it.
That becomes support.
Torpedo.
What was resistance becomes support. So 200 will become your floor. It is now your ceiling.
What happens if it gets to 201?
If it gets to 201 and fails, you're going to have to wait to the other side of the earnings report to see if you get the momentum. This is a very significant price area for NVIDIA. As I said, it hasn't been there in a year. If it can power through, that tells you something about the stock.
If it gets to 203.
Does it fail? Or does it break out?
203.50?
You got to know if it breaks out.
Scott, they're to your point about the 200s and to Joe's, these calls this morning were 20 cents, the October 200 calls. They traded from 20 cents to $2.70. People have been betting on upside in this one, and they've been right. Huge volume at that strike, by the way, 16,000 contracts. And you can see why this is one of the most popular stocks to trade today, because it's just made this huge hockey stick to the upside. I used hockey stick there, Joe, just because I know you like hockey.
Can we get out of this segment?
All right, coming up, options bulls are finding opportunity in the airlines and tech. John's got those trades coming up for us next on The Half.
So, ServiceNow put your workflows in the cloud.
The world's longest wedding dress was longer than the Grand National Racecourse. Think that's big? Tonight, the Euro Millions jackpot is a colossal £22 million. 22 million! Now that's big.
Euro Millions from the National Lottery. Amazing starts here.
Estimated jackpot rules and procedures apply. Players must be 16 or over.
Chase the sun with TUI to over 40 long-haul destinations. Explore the beautiful beaches of Jamaica, sip margaritas in Mexico, or see the many wonders of Asia. And until the 26th of October, enjoy £150 off per booking. When you fly with us, we'll take you there on one of our state-of-the-art Dreamliner planes. TUI, we cross the T's, dot the I's, and put you in the middle. T's and C's apply. Minimum spend £1,200 and available on selected holidays. See website for details. Atoll protected.
Hi, I'm back. I just set a personal best on my park run. Feels great.
That's lovely, Mike. I think you've earned the right to put all the bins out.
Hey?
With Vitality Life Insurance, you get properly rewarded when you're active. In fact, you could save over £730 every year in discounts and rewards from our partners. Join over 1 million customers. Just search Vitality Life. Vitality. Positively different. Annual savings available with certain plans and are dependent on members' usage of rewards available. Terms and conditions apply.
It's going to be mild today, but with the worst of winter yet to reach London, you don't want to come home to a broken boiler. We're with you. So that's why with British Gas Home Care, we've got your boiler covered 365 days a year. We have thousands of engineers on hand to help get your boiler up and running again, and all from just 46p a day. Buy selected home care products online by the 28th of October and get 1 month free. Search British Gas Home Care. Conditions apply. Prices vary by postcode.
TuneIn puts you on the sideline for the 2019 college football season free all year long. With college football on TuneIn, hear the home and away call for more than 140 schools live, regular season matchups and rivalry games, conference championships and bowl games, the college football playoff.
The throw, he steps up, he's going deep down the right side. Andrews.
You can listen to it all for free.
The end zone, touchdown.
At home, on campus, or on the road, hear the excitement and pageantry of college football all season long free on TuneIn.
Ah, finally another commercial, said no one ever. Visit TuneIn.com/premium to upgrade now and get over 45 commercial-free music stations.
JP Morgan jumping after posting strong earnings this morning. According to our data partners at Kensho, a month after similar moves, the bullish trend continues. The financials ETF also performs well, gaining over 3%. For more, go to cnbc.com/Kensho.
All right, American Airlines shares have lost nearly a third of their value since hitting a 52-week high back in December. Options traders see the stock turning higher, so says John Najarian. The stock's up 2.5% today. Why are they betting on that, Doc?
Well, I think, Scott, because when you're looking around at things that have just been hit hard, energy is one of those spaces you'd look at. Airlines, many of them, except for perhaps United, most of them are down there more or less where American Airlines is now. But there's hope, because they're coming in here to buy calls. American Airlines stock is up slightly today. They're buying the November 29 calls. These calls purchased in rapid succession over and over again this morning in blocks across all these exchanges. That's why I got in. I'll be in these until probably a week or so before November expiration. So let's call this, Scott, about a month. Second trade, it's one of our favorite stocks. I added to it today, Facebook, FB. Stock is up over $6. Well, it's up $5.74. It was up over $6 just moments ago. Huge upside surge in this one. November 1st expiration, though. These are options that are expiring just after Halloween, of course, and the 195 strike, not a big reach since the stock's basically right there at 190. I like the upside in these. I'll probably be in these calls right up until about Halloween, but I certainly like it, making this big move, this recovery. Can it break through to the upside here? That's something we were asking on the desk. I think they do. Lastly, quick update on Alexion Pharmaceutical. Talked about it yesterday. Unusual call activity. Took half of it off today because the options virtually hit a double, and I'm trying to be disciplined, Scott.
All right. Good stuff.
Thank you, sir.
That's important. Doc, come on back over.
All right.
Because we have some questions for you straight ahead, and there's still time to reach. Just go to cnbc.com/halftime or tweet us First, though, Kelly Evans is going to tell us what's coming up on the exchange in about 15. Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Scott. Hi, everybody. Stocks are rallying today on a strong start to earnings season, but it's not just that. We've got the Brexit headlines also helping, a few other factors. We're going to break it all down and tell you how to play it. Plus, Amazon's a $19 billion opportunity. Look at how the company could be getting ready to disrupt the healthcare industry. And TikTok is throwing down with Facebook. That's ahead in rapid fire. I'll see you then. The halftime report is back after this.
The world's longest wedding dress was longer than the Grand National Racecourse. Think that's big? Tonight, the Euro Millions jackpot is a colossal £22 million. 22 million! Now that's big.
Euro Millions from the National Lottery. Amazing starts here.
Estimated jackpot rules and procedures apply. Players must be 16 or over.
What if your email was organized by project and not by date? What if everyone looked at the same thing instead of their own inbox? Then it wouldn't be email at all. Forget your fragmented, jumbled inbox and make the change to channels in Slack. Spaces dedicated to individual projects, topics, or teams. All your communication is neatly organized and everyone is on the same page. Slack. Choose a better way to work. Get started at slack.com.
Chase the sun with TUI to over 40 long-haul destinations. Explore the beautiful beaches of Jamaica, sip margaritas in Mexico, or see the many wonders of Asia. And until the 26th of October, enjoy £150 off per booking. When you fly with us, we'll take you there on one of our state-of-the-art Dreamliner planes. TUI, we cross the T's, dot the I's, and put you in the middle. T's and C's apply. Minimum spend £1,200 and available on selected holidays. See website for details. At-all protected.
Do you remember picking out your engagement ring in the jeweller's window? Or choosing your first home? Or deciding the names of your children? When it comes to the important choices in life, you've always taken the greatest care. So shouldn't the same go for which firm of funeral directors you use? After all, that's an important choice too. At Dignity Funeral Directors, we're like you. We also take the greatest care. Our name is your assurance we'll be there by your side every step of the way. Just look for the sign that says Dignity. It's on all our branches and on the Dignity website. Dignity Funeral Directors. Taking the greatest care.
Hey, it's me again, the TV. Since my family gave me Now TV, there's no more endlessly searching for something they want to watch, because now I don't do filler TV, just killer TV. If my family want movies, I've got blockbusters. Football, how about the Premier League? Or how about crime dramas? I've got loads, and they're never going to guess who did it. Now they can watch whatever they're in the mood for.
What's your TV got for you tonight? Now TV. 18 plus, month passes auto renew, terms apply.
Welcome back. The S&P is up about 1%, and time to answer your questions with a good one for Stephanie Link from Judy in Indiana. This is a good one. I own United Rentals, but I'm running at a loss. They report Wednesday after the close. Should I sell? Should I sell it now or hold it through the earnings?
Well, I think the rumor is that they're going to lower CapEx. That's what the expectations are, just given the sluggishness in the U.S. economy. So that would not be a big surprise, but the stock has a lot of beta to it, so I think it probably pulls back on that news. I'm actually inclined to buy it, actually, on the weakness. It's trading 8 times earnings, a free cash flow yield of 6%, and it's really lagged its peers year to date. So I wouldn't buy any today. I would actually buy on the weakness tomorrow.
Okay, good stuff. Joe, for you, from Rick in Montville, New Jersey, Atlassian, you never ever talk about it. Hold or sell?
Probably should talk about it more. Australian company. It's a company that I think you want to buy.
Up 45% year to date.
Up 400% over the last 3 years. Average revenue growth during those 3 years is 40%. They report earnings October 17th. I think it's going to be a solid quarter. Enterprise software, they're in the sweet spot. And I'm wrong. I should talk about this name more.
Okay. Jimmy, for you, from Trish in New Jersey, General Motors, you still positive on GM, and why?
Hi, Trish. Yes, I am. 2 reasons. One, the expectations of a global economic pickup next year if trade tensions ease. And then also the increasing valuation of the Cruise automotive vehicle unit. But I do want to point out, obviously, they're in a strike right now. And this is a major test of Mary Barra, who has been a phenomenal CEO with what she's done so far. She cannot give in. I'm not saying that labor needs to be steamrolled. I'm not saying that labor doesn't deserve more shares. But if we go back to what was 20 years ago, where labor just kept taking and management kept giving and kept giving, you'll find GM in a bad place. So the outcome of this negotiation is crucial to what comes next for GM.
Okay, lastly, John from John in Ohio. Pinterest, is it a buy with lockup ending?
I think it is. And here's why, Scott. 3 months ago, it peaked and it's traded down. This IPO has traded down about 37% since that peak. And anytime I see a stock bleed off that much into a lockup, it's usually folks that are trying to get ahead of it, Scott. And they're trying to game that, thinking that when people can finally get out of that lockup and sell, these folks will be buying back much cheaper. Now, if they violate the greater pig theory, which is they stay too long on that short, I think they'll be chasing this one back up. So Dan Loeb did a nice job trading this one earlier this year. I would not be short it down here at $23-24.
Okay, good stuff, and thank you for your questions as always.
Thank you.
Shares of Roku are soaring on some bullish news today. The stock is now up 320% this year, and someone on the desk is thinking about getting in. Is it who we think? Is it a tease if you know who it is before you go to the break? Or is it somebody else?
Could be somebody else.
That plus final trade straight ahead.
The world's longest wedding dress was longer than the Grand National Racecourse. Think that's big? Tonight, the Euro Millions jackpot is a colossal £22 million. 22 million! Now that's big.
Euro Millions from the National Lottery. Amazing starts here.
Estimated jackpot rules and procedures apply. Players must be 16 or over.
Today, your information is more exposed than ever. When you shop, sign in, or browse, you could be vulnerable to cybercriminals. More online threats demand more protection. That's why new Norton 360 provides multiple layers of protection, combining device security, secure VPN, password manager, and cloud backup all in one solution. Get new Norton 360, starting at $24.99 for the first year.
How can I help you?
Just a latte, please.
Grande. Guatemalan bean.
Oh.
Hazelnut syrup.
Wow.
Whipped cream.
All right.
That's $5.25, please.
Oh.
You can't always control what you spend, but you can save as you spend with Save the Change. When you use your Lloyds Bank debit card, we'll round up the amount to the next pound and transfer the difference to your nominated Lloyds Bank savings account. Feel in control every day with our mobile banking app. Lloyds Bank, by your side. T's and C's apply.
Do you remember picking out your engagement ring in the jeweller's window? Or choosing your first home? Or deciding the names of your children? When it comes to the important choices in life, you've always taken the greatest care. So shouldn't the same go for which firm of funeral directors you use? After all, that's an important choice too. At Dignity Funeral Directors, we're like you. We also take the greatest care. Our name is your assurance we'll be there by your side every step of the way. Just look for the sign that says Dignity. It's on all our branches and on the Dignity website. Dignity Funeral Directors. Taking the greatest care.
Hey, it's me again, the TV. Since my family gave me Now TV, there's no more endlessly searching for something they want to watch, because now I don't do filler TV, just killer TV. If my family want comedy, coming up, way better than the dad jokes in this house, or crime dramas, I've got loads. And they're never going to guess who did it. Or how about documentaries? I've got ones about space, sharks, or superstars. Now they can watch whatever they're in the mood for.
What's your TV got for you tonight? Now TV. 18 plus, month passes auto-renew, terms apply.
Read Stephanie Landsman's article on why earnings season will likely surprise investors and hit a popular trade. Go to tradingnation.cnbc.com now.
You must ask yourself.
Hey, it's me again, the TV. Since my family gave me Now TV, there's no more endlessly searching for something they want to watch, because now I don't do filler TV, just killer TV. If my family want reality TV, I can fill that island-shaped hole. Comedy, coming up, way better than the dad jokes in this house. Or how about sports? These games are unmissable. Get in. Now they can watch whatever they're in the mood for.
What's your TV got for you tonight? Now TV. 18 plus, month passes auto-renew, terms apply.
Chase the sun with TUI to over 40 long-haul destinations. Explore the beautiful beaches of Jamaica, sip margaritas in Mexico, or see the many wonders of Asia. And until the 26th of October, enjoy £150 off per booking. When you fly with us, we'll take you there on one of our state-of-the-art Dreamliner planes. TUI, we cross the T's, dot the I's, and put you in the middle. T's and C's apply. Minimum spend £1,200 and available on selected holidays. See website for details. Atoll protected.
Hi, this is Brian Weber, host of NFL First and Goal every Sunday, kicking off at 1 Eastern only on TuneIn Premium. Be sure to listen this Sunday for the ultimate football fan experience, featuring 7 hours of commercial-free coverage of every scoring play around the NFL.
Next time you look up at the stars, think about this. Inside you are the remains of a stellar explosion. You are made of stardust. And without the stars, there wouldn't be us. I'm Guy Raj, the wonders of the universe and the people who still look up every night. Next time on the TED Radio Hour from NPR. You can subscribe to the TED Radio Hour on TuneIn.
TuneIn puts you on the sideline for the 2019 college football season free all year long. With college football on TuneIn, hear the home and away call for more than 140 schools live, regular season matchups and rivalry games, conference championships and bowl games, the college football playoff.
The throw, he steps up, he's going deep down the right side. Andrews.
You can listen to it all for free.
In the end zone, touchdown.
At home, on campus, or on the road, hear the excitement and pageantry of college football all season long, free on TuneIn.
From the TuneIn Studios, I'm Fonseca with the Daily Sports Update. Today we've got 2 MLB games, 2 championship series. We've got the Astros-Yankees. This one's at 4:08 p.m. Eastern. And then Game 4, Cardinals at Nationals. This one is 8:05 p.m. Eastern.
I don't know. I'm playing for the other 24 guys in the clubhouse. We really want to win here, so that's what's going to happen. We're going to compete and win.
You want to catch any of these games? Search MLB and favorite your team. That way you can catch your home and away calls. And if you missed it tonight, we will have them on demand for you.
There you go. That was John Nigerian getting dunked. Where was that, John? For charity, for a great cause. Where was that?
We were out at Las Vegas National Golf Club. That was Traders for a Cause. They've raised over $1 million for breast cancer research, pediatric cancer, all kinds of great causes, and a bunch of wonderful folks showed up. And that's me getting dunked as one of the many fundraisers.
Nice
for
toss
charity.
there. Was a strike, Doc.
Yeah, he threw it right down the middle.
Good for you for being a part of that cause.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Let's talk about a couple of stories before we go. D.E. Shaw, the hedge fund today, targeting Emerson. Emerson, a company that Stephanie Link.
Yes, I actually started a position a couple weeks ago. Yes. And I actually
happy about this?
I added to it yesterday. I actually sold a little L3 Harris because I took some profits in that one. But I just like the risk reward here. I think they could split up the company. I don't know if they're going to do it under Farr's tenure. It might have to be after he retires. But I do think it's happening. And meanwhile, the stock has lagged its peers by 1,000 basis points. So I like the valuation.
Okay. Roku. Jim is watching Roku.
Yeah, not one of my smarter things to talk about potentially buying it here on the show. It's kind of the anti-front running.
It hasn't held you back before.
Okay. But look, so big news today that they're going to have the Apple TV program on their system. And that's big because the two rubs against this: one, valuation, and the other is competition. The fact that they're co-opting the competition is a very big deal. I did want to get back into this before earnings, which will come out in about 3 weeks. So I haven't bought it yet. I will tweet it. I always do on Roku. I'll tweet it out when I do.
Wait for
probably
it to go up
tomorrow.
Another 10% or so?
Yeah, see, this, you're right. I mean, this was just dumb to talk about it before doing it, okay? One of the dumber things, we'll look back, but I'll tweet it out when I do it, okay?
Apple hit 250.
That deal with Apple is a big deal. Roku and Apple.
You heard you talking about it earlier.
Yeah,
Are you in it now, too?
Oh, yeah, I was in Roku before, and I'm in Apple. Apple's not responding, but Roku certainly is. So to Jim's point, this is big news for Roku with all their installed base already, all those set-top boxes.
Okay. You let us know.
I will. And just to